Hey guys, it's Yali here with Herbal Turtle, here with your pick a card pile for the week of September 9th through September 13th, 2024. This is where you pick the card pile that you are the most drawn to, and I'll tell you about your week and how to get through it. We'll start off with our first card pile, which is different energy. Okay. It looks like this week is going to bring you signs, even synchronicities, and even then, a part of you is going to feel doubtful and it's going to keep you up at night. Sometimes new beginnings, actually, a lot of the times, new beginnings aren't necessarily a bad thing. And starting over is more than okay. There's, you can build and build something, right? You can build a relationship, a career, and if that career is no longer serving you or it's no longer in alignment with who you are now as opposed to back then, everything changes, including you. And it seems as if the overthinking is more of like a habit that you have rather than um, what's within alignment within yourself intuitively. So it could be just the fact that you're just so used to overthinking in starting new and overthinking in the process that has to be in 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 order to get what you want and where you need to be. Let's pull you an oracle. Okay, so some soul work needs to be done, and you know what? For this one, I feel like I have to actually read the card in itself that it comes with. So you could be very meticulous person, maybe. And starting over isn't a bad thing. Trauma is popping up isn't a bad thing. I mean, it can be if you don't know how to handle it. So, soul work. Sometimes while we are navigating our day to day life, we can lose sight of our highest purpose in this earthly realm. This card asks you to once again check in with your soul purpose. It is not possible to be derailed from your soul path, no matter where you are, but clarity does help us show up for it in a more intentional way. Sit with these questions. So this is where, I invite you to get a paper and pen. What are you here to teach? What are you here to learn? What stirs in your heart? Spend some time reflecting upon your soul mission and how you can integrate it into your life. And then it goes on to talk about the bee in this soul work. The life of the bee is all centered in one mission: to nurture the colony. There are different types of bees, and they each have their unique job, but it is all to serve the collective. The bee is an ally for our soul mission because once we have an idea of what we are here to do and how we want to do it, they can teach us how to create structure and productivity. Call upon the bee when you are in the liminal space between knowing and action. Well, I'm going to leave it at that and have y'all do what you need to do. But if y'all need support, I can be y'all's hype man. I can most definitely be y'all's hype man. All right. That was kind of cool though. It's kind of nice. So for this card pile, y'all are in a vibe this week. Y'all are making soulmate connections, also being social in your community, getting what needs to be done, and you are thriving. This is a perfect, I don't want to say perfect, but this is like a very high vibrational phase. And I feel like you know it already. And to where it's you're coming into the self of like, dang, this is what love is, or this is what life is. This is how loving my life actually feels like being social, still having time to get things done, I should say, and just thriving off of you. And you've been attracting this for a while, and now you're in it. And it's a beautiful thing to see. This is more, and for y'all, this is more of you enjoying this week and not worrying about the outside perspectives or not worrying about other people and their issues. You're you're getting it done, and I feel as if this is like the perfect time to just bask it all in and maybe connect with your spiritual self. Let's do an oracle. All right. So we will read this one too. Mm-mm. And sometimes that's kind of the best time to go in the underworld, which is interesting. Hmm. So, here, if the underworld card comes to you, it is either an invitation to go within yourself or it serves as an acknowledgement of where you currently are. If you do not sense you're in the underworld, then this card is asking you to pause and allow things that need to fall away to do so. So many people resist being in the underworld or try to rush the journey, but this card is asking you to settle into it and surrender. Give yourself permission to be in this in between space and welcome the changes to the best of your ability. While we are in the underworld, we need to allow ourselves to simply be there without anticipating rebirth. We must simply be there. And it's interesting because this looks like a beautiful week for you. Like everything is energetically aligned. I still stand by what I said that this is going to be like love. This is exactly what life, me loving my life looks like. And it could be that, or I guess how I'm understanding it with these oracles, it's it can cause this much happiness can cause a sense of uneasiness for you. And so you're like waiting for the other shoe to drop. And like I said, there's nothing for you to, like, don't worry about other people, but go there's two opposite sides of the spectrum, and it's both balance of the yin and yang. So energetically, like I said, everything looks great, everything looks good. There's always going to be a balance, but this doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to dip into like depression. I believe this is asking you, why do you feel so unsettled around happy things, around when everything is perfect? And because of this high vibration that you're going to be in, it's going to click a lot faster on why you feel this way, on why you shouldn't feel this way, and how to push through it. And I pulled another oracle. The way you'll do it is by asking your body. So this is a perfect time to, earlier when I was saying, like, connect with your ancestors, with your spiritual self. Ask your body intuitively why you feel these things. If you feel as if you don't know, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, or you just have a hard time keeping happiness. But other than that, you got this. It's a beautiful week. It's it's your week. So ending a cycle isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes it's necessary. It's necessary for growth, it's necessary for purpose, it's necessary for your evolution in this lifetime that you weren't able to do in other lifetimes. So keep it moving, keep it moving forward, just keep going and keep doing you. Okay. For our next card pile, this is an interesting read. Don't don't jump too fast into this connection, but also appreciate the passion that you feel for it. You're going to get some intuitive sights, some intuitive random ideas. Take them. And also know that you're something that you've been asking for or wanting has been coming into fruition, and I know you can feel it. And a new opportunity, it looks like a business opportunity, to where it's like you're thinking of um like a business idea in order to get you to making money. Hmm. Hold on. Okay. So slow and steady wins the race, right? Coming up with new ideas is the best thing, but also take your time with certain individuals who are in your path. Um, Sometimes people just want to go slow. I'm one of those people. I'm a slow moving person, to where if, I don't know, just I don't see the sense of wanting to move fast if I can't enjoy the process within it. And having to jump into things way too soon can, in my opinion, die down just as fast. And sometimes you want to hold on to that. Sometimes you want to, like, coast it instead of full on balls to the wall, just a little bit of chaos, you know? And take your time with these business ventures, with these business people, romantic connections. And the way, if you feel stuck or if you feel like you need to take a step back, what's going to help you, I guess, undo those blockages that you may or may not have is to get a little bit creative. And sometimes you need to buy yourself flowers in order for you to even feel creative. Maybe like a hibiscus or I don't know, something with hummingbirds because those are, I don't know, those are beautiful. So, I mean, they're not my favorite flower, but they're still beautiful. But good week. It's a good week for y'all. It's very heart based and it's very slow moving and passionate. So keep doing you, keep moving forward. And sometimes a boring week is a good week, you know? Don't over don't overthink it or don't think that your life is boring. Make it fun, get creative. All right, y'all. That is it for this week. If y'all have any questions, comments, oh no, complaints, I don't feel like y'all would have complaints, but if y'all do, please feel free to call, talk, text, email, comment, like, subscribe, share, whatever. But other than that, y'all be careful and stay juicy.